This presentation is a recording of the HCISPP course, a Supremus Group professional training presentation covering the Healthcare Information Security and Privacy Practitioner Certification Examination Common Body of Knowledge material. Next slide. The course agenda that will follow will be a brief welcome and some opening remarks, an explanation of the healthcare industry, the regulatory environment, privacy and security in healthcare, information governance and risk management, information risk assessment, and third-party risk management. Now these indicate, in addition to the welcome, the 6 domains covered in the HCISPP certification material. And during the course of this presentation, we will be covering all 6 domains in great depth. Next slide. Welcome to the HCISPP Certification Preparation course brought to you by the Supremus Group. This course has been prepared to ensure that all information given during its presentation is fully current with the examination given for the HCISPP certification. The source textbook is the official ISC² guide to the HCISPP CBK, or Common Body of Knowledge, edited by Stephen Hernandez. The book ISBN number is 978-1-482262-773, copyright 2015 by CRC Press. We recommend that you acquire a copy of this book to help you with your examination preparations. It contains many helps and much additional information on the subjects that we covered during this course. Each chapter ends with practice questions for you to test your knowledge and to give you examples of the types of questions to expect on the actual examination. Next slide. The course that you're about to take has been subdivided into 28 learning modules, each of which will run approximately 40 to 45 minutes. This breaks the course into conveniently sized sessions, which will total approximately 24 hours for the complete course, virtually identical to the classroom experience. The design of this material is intended to facilitate an online, self-paced approach to learning the information presented. As such, you will be able to take each module as your own schedule permits. However, once begun, our experience shows that the best experience for you is had by following, as close as is possible, a regular schedule for the sessions until all modules are completed. This method provides the best coverage and knowledge reinforcement and a consistent learning routine, and lays a solid foundation for your success when prepping for the exam. This course also serves as a complement to and an introduction to the Supremus Group certification course, the Certified HIPAA Privacy and Security Expert, the CHPSE. Next slide. Here you see the cover of the CBK volume that I just mentioned. This is the most current volume available for this particular certification, and as we said before, we strongly recommend that you acquire a copy for your additional study. Next slide. Now the objectives of this course are, of course, to review the ISC² CBK covering this certification, introduce the terms, concepts, and principles of privacy, security, and governance in healthcare, including risk management, the regulatory environment, and third-party risk management, just to name a few of the subjects. We're also going to review the process for registering the HCISPP examination and present suggestions for developing a strategy to successful study for and to pass the exam the very first time you take it. Next slide. So who is this course designed for? This course is designed to enable healthcare professionals to prepare for the examination, of course. It is also intended to meet the knowledge requirements and performance standards for the roles of compliance officers, privacy officers, security managers, auditors, IT management generally, risk managers, and industry consultants. Next slide. First thing let's do is let's cover the ISC2 Code of Ethics. Every person sitting to take any one of the ISC2 Code of Ethics courses is expected to review and to sign the ISC2 Code of Ethics. It begins with a preamble. The safety and welfare of society and the common good, duty to our principles and to each other, requires that we adhere to and be seen to adhere to the highest ethical standards of behavior. Therefore, strict adherence to this code is a condition of certification. By being a condition of the certification, what is intended is to communicate to you the fact that when you go to the Pearson VUE testing centers to sit for this examination, it is a requirement that you review and sign the Code of Ethics. It has been ISC Squared's policy that anyone who does not sign this Code of Ethics will not be allowed to take the examination. They take their codes of ethics very seriously for all the certifications they offer, and so this has become a hard and fast requirement. Now, the Code of Ethics canons are the following 4 items: to protect society, the common good, necessary public trust and confidence, and the infrastructure. To act honorably, honestly, justly, responsibly, and legally. Provide diligent and competent service to principals, and to advance and protect the profession. As you can see, these are fairly general, but they're all focused on the certified professional acting in a strongly positive and ethical way. And as I said, ISC Squared does take their Code of Ethics very seriously, as do all the professionals holding their certifications. Next slide. So to cover the course topics and objectives, this is going to be, the next few slides will be roughly an outline of the topics that we'll cover. Domain 1 begins with a discussion of the healthcare industry. In it, we will identify the different types of healthcare organizations, identify the various healthcare information technologies, define the different aspects of health insurance, including processing of claims, coding, billing, and reimbursement, describe the regulatory environment with regard to security, privacy, and oversight, explain the processes of clinical research and the requirements for public health reporting, describe the management of healthcare records, identify external third-party requirements, and to explain the foundational health data management processes. Next slide. Following, Domain 2 discusses the regulatory environment in which we find healthcare. We'll cover topics to include identify and interpret all applicable regulations related to the healthcare information industry, describe the international regulations and controls pertaining to healthcare industry, identify policies, procedures, and standards needed for the internal organization based on new information security and privacy policies and procedures, describe the healthcare industry compliance frameworks, identify the different risk-based decision processes, and define the healthcare information industry environment, code of ethics, and reasons for compliance. Next slide.